We are live. We're not going to start yet. We're going to let some people roll in. But if you're watching this later, skip ahead because we're not starting yet.
Yeah. Unless you want to stare creepily at us. That's fine. We can't tell.
Amanda, do me a favor. Can you turn down your headphones because I can hear myself bouncing back. And I need to turn down you too.
Yes. Sorry, I was using it to watch TV last night and had cranked it way up. So
yeah. I forget oftentimes.
Yes. Is that better?
It is better.
Okay. That was good.
You're good.
No, you are.
Oh my God.
We both are.
The best.
Totes.
We're very full of ourselves.
Totes.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Everything okay?
Everything is fine. I just found out.
Fucked.
No, I just found out some stuff I didn't know. It's not. It has literally nothing to do with damsels.
Oh, these are your test results?
Oh my God, Amanda.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that we're live.
As recorded forever now.
Damn it.
Come join them.
If you want.
I wish I'd brought laundry to do this week.
Next time. There, I just retweeted to my 54 followers.
It's better than, hey, we have one viewer so far, so.
Hi, one viewer.
If you're watching via YouTube or Google Plus, and I guess you'd have to be.
As opposed to, yeah, what are our other options?
Yeah, nope, there aren't any. Then comment. Tell us who's here. Who is watching? We haven't started yet. We're letting people come in now. We have 2 viewers. Hi, second viewer. Drop us a comment. Let us know who's here. We will start in just a few minutes. We probably won't wait too long because we have the Damsel Dork out tonight. I don't want this to run long.
Nope.
I am going to get a beer.
I think you should.
I know this isn't a drunk Pridecast. However, gonna get drunk. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Hang on because I can't hear you, but I just had one of those panic moments.
Uh-huh.
Are you there?
Yep.
Do you know why I had that panic moment?
Nope.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Not sure where the camera is, but it's real hot here. And I just
Ooh.
got up and walked off camera and then realized, oh well.
Gotcha.
So
I was busy making faces at the camera, which
okay.
so that's what I was doing while you were gone.
Okay. It looks like we got comments rolling in. We got John and Josh so far. Yeah. John and Josh, did you just see my pantslessness? Just curious.
Right. Could you tell that she had pants?
Yeah. I'm just Didn't mean to do that.
Or did you?
Definitely didn't.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, probably not.
For sure did not.
Whoops.
That's actually why I went to get the beer. I wasn't planning on having a drink, but then I thought, a cold beverage.
This would give me a good excuse to flash everyone
No,
watching.
would probably make me stop sweating freaking like a whore in church. That phrase is so overused. I need a new one. Can you make that happen?
I always use like a horse, which is not great, but it's an animal that does sweat, so.
It is my favorite beer, and I couldn't get it when I wasn't living here, and now I can. I'm happy.
I'm just drinking what was in the fridge.
Newcastle's good.
Yeah, it is. It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not an IPA, so it's not shit, because IPAs are gross.
All right, John says that nothing was revealed.
Okay.
Which is good. But Josh says he's going to look for it on the replay. I'm sure you and a few others.
Yes.
Just a reminder for anybody who's just tuning in. We haven't started the stream yet. We will entertain you until we started the stream, but we haven't started the podcast official yet. But we shall entertain you. Like with the
dance. With our one dance that we know.
Amanda, that face.
That's all I got is faces.
Wait, say something and then do it again.
I'm saying words. Are you taking pictures of me?
No, my hands aren't even on the keyboard. They're filled with beer.
You just wanted other people to see it?
I'm going to gifify it later.
That's great.
I didn't do a GIF last week because I was out of town. So
I'm not sure there was anything really GIF.
There really wasn't. However, apparently you were making faces while I was gone, so I'm going to go back and look at that.
That's only if the camera was on me while you were gone.
It probably was.
Maybe.
Probably.
I guess we'll find out.
To be determined.
Yep. Well, I say we get this party started because we got to dork out later.
We do. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, then. Welcome, everyone, to the 7th episode of the Dork Pridecast. I'm Amanda. Sitting on the other side of this video chat is my co-host, Blythe.
That's me.
Together, we make up one half of the Damsels of Dorkington, which is a nerdcore comedy group celebrating all things nerdy, geeky, or dorky. So let's do this.
Yeah. That's the theme song now.
It's just grunting. That's all I got.
Yep.
That's probably fitting for us.
You're not wrong. Somebody take that and remix it.
Auto-tuned Blythe grunts.
Auto-tune the puke, auto-tune the puke. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
I know. I know that as well.
Cool. Amanda,
Yep.
here we are again.
Yep.
What's new?
Nothing. Ha. I mean, stuff. I saw Rissy last weekend.
I'm so jealous.
You should be.
I am.
Because it was fun. So Rissy was in Kansas City for Conquest, which is a little convention. Like everybody I met there was an author. I don't know much about the convention. It was very small. It was the emptiest I've ever seen a dealer hall. Like
Well, we haven't taken you to many small conventions.
Well, that's true. That's true.
We used to do
everything's
a lot
like
more.
Gen Con, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
Oh, right. Yeah. But no, it was good. I got to hang out with Rissy as Luna Teague and her co-author Ivory Kirk, who is lovely and one of my favorite people. And they got to make some really good contacts with other authors that were there.
That's great.
They did a reading of their book at this little, it was like a room party afterwards. So they're doing a reading for a bunch of other authors. And their book was far and away the best received of all the readings done. So
Yay, Rissy.
Yes. And then they sold a shitload the next day.
That's so great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was worried they weren't going to sell if you all you met were authors. Like, how much are authors buying other authors' work?
It seems like well, I think it's as long as they respect the other person and knows they're not a totally shitty author, they will. But yeah. Sure. So, but yeah, it is good times.
Cool. That's great.
Yeah.
Did anyone come that we knew? Like other than Rissy and Ivory? Luna, if you will.
If I will. No. I was only there like
it's a tiny
one of the days. Right. Yeah. So I'm also really bad with faces and names and social cues. So
that's my job. So well, cool. That's exciting. Did you guys party on Memorial Day, or was she stuck at the convention?
No, so we went to a pool party, the annual pool party.
Were there any unsavory characters there? There never are.
No, there never are.
Never are.
No. There's always a threat that there will be, but there never are. No,
they never show.
No, they don't. No, it was a good crowd.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It was.
One of the people that shows up to those parties, I did a show with a very, very long time ago.
Go on.
Allie? Yeah? No? Don't worry about it. Anyway, it's weird when worlds collide, and I think Sue and Allie worked together. And,
okay.
So she starts popping up in these pictures, and I'm like, wait, this is my theater world, and this is my comedy world.
Right.
And I don't understand how they're colliding, and I'm not there, so it's not me.
Mm-hmm.
One of those small world moments.
It was at their house that you and I first met.
We did meet at a Sue and Mike party.
Mm-hmm. It was a Rissy birthday party. And you guys came up from Oklahoma City when you were all living in Oklahoma City.
That is crazy long time ago.
I know. And you just loved me immediately because
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I know.
Was there skinny dipping that night? I think there was.
I definitely did not have pants on at one point. I remember.
It was a good party.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? Did you do anything else interesting? Did you make anything?
No making of things.
Boo. No interesting sciencey things in your lab?
Nothing that wouldn't completely bore everyone.
You say that, but people listen to Rissy talk about her boring science shit all the time, and they seem enthralled. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I love you, Rissy.
Just kidding. No, it's funny because at the pool party, Rissy and I start talking a little bit of science because she's, she and I, of course, worked in the same lab for a while, and she left, and so she was asking about things that were going on, and I start telling her in detail because Rissy knows what's going on, and there was somebody standing there. They're just like, "Yeah, you guys just started speaking another language or something." It's like, "Yep, that's how it works." Because if you don't know like the minute details, then you won't. Like, there's way too much backstory.
Digging into the details.
Yep, we were.
That's funny.
And nobody else was digging into it at all.
Meh. It's not for them.
No, it wasn't. How was your Memorial Day weekend?
It was great. It was
so fantastic.
And my birthday. I went to San Francisco. I went up Friday night, and I was there Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and I flew home Monday night. I did some photo shoots with Kat, and by the way, she already released one of the photos for my birthday. She threw that shit together.
Very cool.
You can see that on her Facebook page, which is Katrin Auk Photography, and that's AUCH. Or you can just go to my fan page. You can just search for Blythe Renee, find the fan page, not my personal profile. That shit is locked down. And it's got the picture I shared it to my fan page. So you can see it there. But yeah, the things that she does out of like just weird, like, here, put this piece of fabric on your head and hold your hands in this weird, like, almost like DBZ way, and then it's weird. And then she pulls out these photos, and I'm just like, really? How did you get that out of me feeling weird and awkward? So that made me happy. It was great. I also, let me get my notes here. I did a lot of stuff. First of all, I want to say I went to the Sutra baths. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's like they built this huge bathhouse, not like a gay bathhouse, like a legitimate, like the plebes go there to bathe.
Mm-hmm.
Back in like early 1900s, I think, maybe before that. I don't know, but it didn't do well, and it was made to accommodate like 25,000 people or something, some ridiculously high number like that.
Yeah,
so it was just a massive thing, but they needed lots of people to come and bathe there, and they had hot pools and cold pools, and I mean, it sounded really cool, but not enough people came, and so it was just literally abandoned. So it's just complete ruins now. And but you can go down to it, and it's just these, I don't know, it's just cool. We don't have a lot of ruins in America, and so there's something,
that's very true.
There's something like really appealing about that to me. Like, I took Kiri to see the abandoned LA Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been abandoned since like the 60s, and I still am like, oh, it's so cool. So but I just, we don't have that history that most other countries do, so it's just really neat. So that was really cool. And we went at sundown, so at sunset. I got to like watch the sunset. It was just
fun.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So I did photo shoots with Kat, and then I made music with Dan, which made me really happy. We had discovered this song because Dan is a different generation. So whenever we do try to make music together, if we don't plan it ahead of time, it's hard to do because we don't have a lot of overlap into like
the
song
stuff
catalogs
that
we both know. So last time I was there, we discovered we both knew a song, and so this time I messaged him before I came out, and I was like, have that ready because I want to make a recording. So we made that, and I am trying to get another friend of mine to add some drums to it because that's a thing Dan doesn't do. And then I'll release that. It's just a cover, something simple. I needed to make some music, and I did, and it it made me really happy. So that was really important for me to do something like that on my birthday. And then on Sunday, I went to Kind of Funny Live too. And if you know what Kind of Funny is, I don't have to explain anything. And if you don't, go look it up. It's a freaking empire. Like, they make podcasts and videos, and it's amazing. So check it out. And it's nerd stuff. Heavy on the video games, but yeah, it's general nerd stuff, and yeah, those guys are very funny. So I highly recommend that, and the show was great. So that was fun, and a bunch of the Rooster Teeth people were there.
Oh, very
and
cool.
I love those guys, so it was really nice to get to see them kind of recording podcasts in person, because I listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast with pretty decent regularity. So that was fun.
Cool.
Also, I saw
Yes.
X-Men. Have you seen it?
No,
Amanda, what are you doing with your life?
not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, clearly.
Apparently.
Yeah, that was a movie.
It is. Is that
It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
okay?
I mean, it could have been way worse, but there were some moments where they were just trying way too hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, you missed the mark on that one. Like, they were trying to be amusing in places, and it just wasn't very funny.
Yeah.
But it's always just so uncomfortable when they're clearly going for a joke and it just falls flat.
Right.
So that always kind of takes me out of it, where I'm like, ugh, my comedy brain is like, it
Especially
goes
if
off.
you see it well before it starts, and you're like, I know where this is going, and it's not good.
You're not wrong. So there were a couple of those moments. And then just, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to go too in depth on it, but it could have been better. But it also could have been worse. So, go see it. I mean, why not? It's fun. Hey, listen, I will say this. I would have liked it more if there'd been more Olivia Munn. I know she's not the greatest superhero of all time by any stretch of the imagination. Psylocke, not Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn is the greatest superhero. Period.
Yes.
End of story.
Yes. I will not.
Full stop.
Yeah. I could just look at her all day, to be honest.
God. Oh my God, I know. And I was really excited about her boobs. But then
Go on.
Well, they were a lot better in the advertisements than in the actual film, so I was kind of disappointed by that too. But her face is still like, you can't mess that up. So
No.
I still was just like,
I mean, I could mess up that face. But,
okay. I'm tapping out. So, but it was good. It was so she, I mean, Psylocke, I could have stood to be a bigger part, but I don't know. Yeah, like I said, she's not the greatest of the X-Men characters of all time, but she is one of the hottest, and she's played by one of the hottest.
One of the hottest. Yes.
So anyway, X-Men, go see it, but don't have any real expectations. That's my suggestion. Monday, was the day before my birthday, and I decided, you know what? I just want to have a relaxing day. I haven't played video games in a while because my rig's not set up here in LA yet. So I haven't been able to just sit down and play some video games for a long time. And so that's kind of what I did. I played, oh my gosh, I played the beginning of Ori and the Dark Forest. And then I cried.
I find that very hard to believe. No, I don't.
Shut up. It was really sad.
I would have been right there with you.
It was
I do the
adorable
same.
and sweet and
Yeah.
sad. But so, and I've been wanting to get a look at that because it was very popular. It came out a long time ago, but it was super popular. But the other one I played was called Until Dawn.
Okay.
It's like a horror video game. And it's kind of like, it's kind of based around the butterfly effect.
Uh-huh.
And it's...
Oh, Ashton Kutcher, that is pretty horror-filled.
Yeah. I don't remember that movie. I'm pretty sure I was making out for like... I saw it, and I made out with someone for like half of it. Don't even remember who it was. I was on a date, did not pay much attention to that movie. A long time ago. It's a very, very long time ago. Anyway, but basically it's one of those like decision trees, and every decision you make affects the outcome of the game.
Uh-huh.
Which is true for a lot of video games these days, but like this one really focuses on it. It gives you like premonitions of things that are going to happen, and then you can change those things if you choose correctly or incorrectly, or so that's kind of interesting. But it also like there's like an icon that pops up, and then like butterflies fly across the screen when you change something.
Ooh.
So like you know when it happened.
That you just interesting.
That you just affected the story.
Yeah. See, I both love and hate games like that. I love having the choices. I love the intricate storytelling, but I hate not being able to make every choice. Like you want to see all of the it's the idea that you maybe
right here
maybe
she
made
gets
a
it.
wrong choice that you're like, oh no, I can't.
Or even just like the completionist in me.
Yeah.
I want to see all the endings. I want to know the whole story. I was one of those kids who, when in the choose your own adventure books, like I would stick Post-it notes.
Oh yeah.
In the book anytime I made a choice.
Uh-huh.
Because if I got to the end, I'd go back and start over.
Yes.
Yeah. Just to make sure I read all the pages.
All of the options.
I'd like check off the pages when I read them. So yeah, like I had a problem. So yeah, those storylines.
I don't think that sounds like a problem. No, that sounds normal.
Okay.
Yeah. It's normal. We have an end value of 2 that both did it, so therefore everyone does it. So it's totally normal.
Is that how that works?
I'm pretty sure that's statistics for you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. So for all I know, you're right. But yeah, I played that like all day, and then I decided I wanted a really good burger for my birthday.
Uh-huh.
And oh my God, I got one. It was so good. There's a picture of it on my Instagram, which you can find. I'm
By
Blythe
going to
Renee.
Instagram.
And looking for Blythe Renee because I'm Blythe Renee everywhere. Branding. So that was my weekend, and then Tuesday was my actual birthday, and I spent most of the day with my dad and his girlfriend, and we had a good day. And then I had dinner with a whole bunch of friends, some of which I hadn't even seen in a really long time, and yeah, it was really great. It was just really nice to be surrounded by people that I love. And yeah, it was good. And my trip was amazing. My friends took amazing care of me and just made me happy. And yeah, just it was so great. So could not ask for a better golden birthday. So
well, good, because it's the only one you get.
I know, it is the only one I get. My friends are awesome. Okay, I've been talking about myself for entirely too long. I'm sorry. It was my birthday. I was excited about it, guys. Thank you for bearing with me.
Oh my God, she's finally done.
You're not wrong. I'm sure people are feeling that way.
So I don't know if you saw
I did. Go on.
My tweet from the other day, because I don't do that very often, as you may be aware.
I do know.
Yes. I posted a picture, and let me see if I can. I'm going to try a screen share so I can share it with the class briefly.
I hope all your porn tabs are closed.
It only shows what I tell it to show.
Well, that's
so
cool.
This is the picture that I took. Can you see that?
It looks like a blanket.
Do you see the face on it? There's like a scary mouth with like a nose and an eye over the top.
I do see it.
Okay. So, okay, hang on. Now I have to turn the screen share. Oh, okay. I just minimized the thing and it went back to me. Right? You see my face now?
I do see your face now.
Okay, good. So I take Ambien every now and then to sleep, prescribed by my doctor, so it's totes legal. And I don't take it every night. And when I do, I'd usually take like a quarter of a pill. And I guess it was someday this past weekend where I was like a total lazy asshole and just basically napped on and off all day and like sat in my bed and watched Netflix. It was awesome. So come nighttime, I wasn't feeling very tired for some reason. So I'm like, I'm going to take an Ambien to help me sleep. And for whatever reason, I decided I would take a whole pill, which is a lot for me.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah. And like I did what I usually do when I take an Ambien, where I got into bed and I had like my iPad and I'm like doing a couple things and wait for myself to feel drowsy and then I go to sleep. I started hallucinating.
Ambien madness.
Yes. So the blankets like at the foot of my bed, they seemed like they were writhing and there were like these faces. And then like the picture that I just showed, like I was kind of freaking out. Like I ended up calling a friend of mine and like was kind of like teary and just like freaked out and just like, there's this thing that it's trying to like eat my face.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
and they were just like, just go to sleep. Just like turn lights off and just like close your eyes. And I did and was out immediately. And then the next morning I had to be told all of this because I could not remember any of it. But I'd gotten on my phone and I was doing something and I noticed that I had like started to search for something in Google and hadn't actually done it. So it was just typed in there. And it said, dancer is not an adjective, and 4 exclamation points.
What?
Dancer is not an adjective. So I decided to kind of search through my history of late night Googlings to see like where this came from. And this was like the 4th in a list. First it was, are we human or are we dancer? Are we Cupid or are we Prancer? Are we stupid? I need an answer. And then dancer is not an adjective. Yes.
This is my favorite story of all time.
Then twice in the past couple months or so, I have Googled what happened to baby Jessica. Apparently, do you remember who baby Jessica is?
That was like a long time ago, right?
A long time ago,
like
yeah.
Really long time ago?
Like, I mean, I know she got out of the well, but like it was like a where is she now sort of thing. But I've looked that up. I've looked that up twice. I couldn't tell you what I may have found out because I don't remember.
Hold on just a second.
Yeah.
Robot, unplug, replug. Sometimes Amanda's microphone just starts turning her voice into a robot, and we have no idea why. So bear with us when those things happen. We appreciate you guys.
Better?
Yep, totally. Keep telling. So baby Jessica.
Yeah, so that was twice. Then I had looked up, I made a list of all the interesting Googling things I did. Then I looked up Rice Frisbee treats.
Go on.
A couple image searches for baby meerkats and baby elephant butts. And finally, just a one-word search of the word chode.
Why would you want that?
I have a feeling that was so. My friends and I, we tend. This comes up a lot in conversation for whatever reason, but
scientists.
Yeah, right. A disagreement over the definition of chode, which apparently it's a regional thing. So
wait. Hold up. What's
Yeah.
Go on. What are the two? I mean, I know the right definition.
What would you say the definition of chode is?
It's a penis that is wider than it is long. It's like a tuna can.
See, growing up, for me, a chode was equivalent to your taint.
What?
Yes. And according to Urban Dictionary, they're both, yeah. They're both like legitimate. Yes.
Okay, guys, I need to hear from you on this one. I need you guys to tweet at us or email us. I need to know, like, this is crazy. You are legitimately blowing my mind right now. I've never heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Had never heard of it.
I feel like most people lean towards the wide dick side. But it's not like I'm the only person who has heard of this definition of using it for the taint.
No, clearly.
So, yeah. But so for whatever reason, I decided to Google that one night while hopped up on sleeping
all
pills.
Hopped up on Mountain Dew?
Yep. No, then I wouldn't be sleeping very well at all. All that caffeine, man. Yeah, so that's the thing that apparently I do. Is just Google things.
And were these weren't all the night that you took your Ambien?
No, these are over like the past. I mean, they're all nights I've taken Ambien, I'm sure.
Right.
As I don't remember looking them up, and they're all like 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah.
Interesting.
And, yeah. So.
Well, that is kind of delightful. I'm sorry that you thought there were blanket monsters coming to kill you. That's
not kill me. Just chew on my face.
Okay, well, that legitimately sounds terrifying. And that's why I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Like ever? No,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm sure it was terrifying. I'm told that that's how I reacted to it. I really don't remember it at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Man, you are definitely confirming my no drug policy. Because that's like not even like street drugs. That's like straight up.
Right.
No, 1,000 times no. Cool.
Also, dancer is not an adjective.
You're not wrong.
I think we have our title for this episode.
Thank you. I was going to ask the listeners.
Yeah.
But now I don't have to. Although I do want to say that's a new thing we're going to start doing is when you guys watch or listen to this, if you have suggestions for what our title should be, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
Although this time it sounds like we already know. So. Yeah.
Also, we prefer titles that don't involve the word dick just because
that's not true.
7 episodes in, we've used it a lot. At least not every episode. Like
that's my thing is I just don't want it all to be dicks. I mean, because you can only have so many variations on dicks.
You need some space in between your dicks.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Gross. Okay.
Gross or sexy?
Well, you say potato. Amanda, it's time for the news according to Jeff. So let's do it.
Okay.
All right, guys. We're going to get right into this because we have a Damsel Dork out tonight. So if you're here, don't leave when we're done. Well, do leave when we're done, but go over to the Damsel Dork out. It's a different. Anyway, news according to Jeff. Rumors of possibly 2 new Xbox One versions coming within the next year, a slim and sleek version, as well as a badass version that will be ready to use Oculus Rift VR and could have even more GPU than the PS4 Neo. That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. I can't comment on the Xbox One currently. I will comment on the Xbox One when I have an Xbox One in my possession. But in the meantime, I'm just ignoring it and pretending it doesn't exist. So I don't cry. Okay. Also, a possible super portable Apple TV-like streaming stick that could utilize Windows 10 programs, and apps. Screw you, Amanda. This is my news. More news once I'm at E3. For those of you who don't know, Jeff is going to E3, which is not next week. It's the week after, I think. So
It's sometime in the near future.
it is. I'm picking him up from the airport and taking him to his hotel because I am a nice person.
You even gonna
I'm never gonna see him again
when you push him out a little.
Just hop on the 405 and regional jokes, guys. Okay. Overwatch released and is awesome. Play the game. I've watched some Overwatch, and it looks pretty amazing. I want to play, and I can't. Jeff got back into The Witcher 3, and it is pretty much the best game of the decade. Its DLC packs alone are bigger than 90% of games. So if you're into that shit, go get it. Or whatever. That's my commentary, not his. Play Mirror's Edge right now if you have EA access on Xbox One. He's getting bossy. That's not news. He's just telling people what to do.
I know. What if I've already played Mirror's Edge? I guess I don't have an Xbox One, so that statement doesn't apply to me at all anyway. Because you could only play it if you have EA access on Xbox One.
I don't know. Jeff, stop being so bossy.
If you don't, Jeff wants you to go fuck yourself. He's very rude. I can't believe he would say that.
Very rude.
Yeah. Yikes.
He tried to not say that, but Amanda called him out.
Yep, I did.
Oh, E3 is June 14th through 16th.
There we go. So 2 weeks.
Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. Okay, sorry. And the last piece of news, according to Jeff, is he finished Parks and Rec. Why did I wait so long? It was so funny. It's been a long time since I laughed that loud. Ron Swanson is my spirit animal. Ron fucking Swanson, guys. Go find Adam Warrock's song about Ron Swanson. It makes me laugh. That was my news, not Jeff's. Ron fucking Swanson. Okay. And that is the news according to Jeff. I like that he thinks that the thing he's been watching, which is not new.
No.
Is news. Love it.
I mean, it's so old that I've seen all of them.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So
shots fired.
You are not at the cutting edge, Jeffrey. I'm sorry.
No, but he is at the Mirror's Edge.
That's true. He's by himself there because we don't have an Xbox One. Oh, well.
Okay.
I guess that means it is time for a letter from Rissy.
Yeah, letters from Rissy. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. My computer's being very laggy, but now it has decided to behave. All right. Guess what, everybody? The other day, I read an awesome scientific paper. It's so awesome, and by awesome I mean terrifying, that one of my friends who is a postdoctoral researcher and has sat through numerous discussions of meiosis and yeast called it the scariest thing she'd ever read. You may well wonder as to the contents of this paper, published by the journal Genetics in March of 2016. Did the author, Michael Lynch of the University of Indiana, report that spiders are steadily increasing in size? That chimps have finally developed opposable thumbs so that they can rip your face off and then make you a cup of tea afterwards?
Can I stop you for just a second?
Yes.
Do chimps not have opposable thumbs?
No. That's just us.
Cool. I definitely did not think that they did.
I know.
Go on with your letter.
And in agreement with that, she says, nope, that is not what the paper was about. The truth is far, far more horrifying. What Dr. Lynch discussed in Mutation and Human Exceptionalism, Our Future Genetic Load, he said load, is the unique case of human mutation rates versus our societal removal from the evolutionary pressures that would normally select against mildly deleterious mutations. You see, human beings rack up lots more mutations than your average mammal because of all the unnatural things we're willing to subject ourselves to, like car exhaust and Domino's pizza. Back in the day, if those disgusting mutagens were to cause a mutation in someone that affected their ability to survive and be unable to reproduce because I skipped a line. That affected their ability to survive and reproduce, said person would probably get eaten by American murder logs right quick, or die of disease.
Wait.
Or, yes.
What the fuck are American murder logs?
What
does that even mean?
Alligators are American murder logs, I'm pretty sure. Like
Okay,
snakes
cool.
are danger noodles.
All right, keep going.
Anyway, or they would be unable to reproduce because their unibrow had a unibrow. But thanks to modern technology, we don't have to worry about any of that. So evolution isn't working on humans the same way it used to, with the upshot being a predicted decline in our genetic load and therefore a decline in our baseline performance as a species, mentally and physically, of about 1% in the next 100 years. Of particular interest is the mental part, since the brain is, as Dr. Lynch says, a particularly large mutational target. That's right, thanks to modern medical technology, we're all going to get stupider than a whole herp of derps. Everybody in the club getting ditzy. And here you thought idiocracy was coming true because our next president might have been in the pro wrestling ring a time or two. Pleasant dreams, y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of terrifying. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to say it's not, but it's terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what can you do?
But at least chimps don't have opposable thumbs. And spiders are staying about the same size.
And anybody who thinks that chimps have opposable thumbs should just kill themselves. Also, they probably have a gross genetic mutation in their brain that makes them real fucking stupid. I hope Rissy's watching and laughing her ass off.
If she's not right now, I'm sure that she will be made aware that she should.
Oh, I have no doubt someone's going to tell her I'm an idiot.
It might be me.
Thanks, guys. Oh, you. I figured one of our fans would do it for me.
They might beat me to it.
Probably. Well, that was the letter from Rissy.
It was.
She's terrifying us all this week. Let's see. What else? Hey, let's open it up to people who are watching. If you are watching and there's something you want us to discuss, drop a comment right quick. And while you guys do that, I am going to tell you about a thing that I learned about myself yesterday.
Does it have anything to do with opposable thumbs?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Nope, that was today. You know how you always wonder if, like, you get in those fight or flight scenarios? Because you never really know until you're in it.
Uh-huh.
What you'd do.
Uh-huh.
Turns out, I get in somebody's face.
Really?
Yep. I was shocked to learn. I happened to be in the right place at the right time last night, and I caught someone thieving out of cars.
Like the person who's like goes down the row and checks all the cars to see if they're unlocked and
Affirmative. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
I've had that happen to me a few times.
I'd gone out for drinks with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it was late. It was like 2:00 in the morning. The bar had closed down. And we were sitting in the car chit-chatting. And all of a sudden this guy walks by, which I already thought was like kind of weird because it's like 2 a.m. Like, it's weird that I'm out that late.
Mm-hmm. You're adorable.
And weirdly, he doesn't touch our car that we're sitting in and doesn't look in it clearly. but he reaches for the door of the car in front of us
Mm-hmm.
and then goes on. And I just thought, well, that's weird. Oh, it's probably his car. He's probably just checking to make sure he locked it. Well, and whatever. And so I just keep talking. And then at the same time, like, my friend and I kind of realized, like, hey, that was kind of weird, right? So I'm like, where did he go? So my friend gets out of the car and he's like, isn't that your dad's car? And I was like, the one in front of this? Yeah. And he's like, there's somebody in it. And then he goes towards the car and he's like, hey, is that your car? And I get out on the passenger side, which is also where this guy is, in my dad's car. I get out and he panics. He's clearly scared. He panics. He jumps out of the car and he's like, oh, you guys scared me. Yeah, it's my car. And I go straight for him and I get in his face. And I was like, no, it's not, because that's my dad's car. And he's like, oh, well, and I go, what did you take? And he immediately pulls out this iPhone, which my dad uses in the car to just listen to music. That's literally the only purpose for this phone. So it lives in the car. And he hands it to me. And I take it and I go, anything else? And he goes, no, that's it. That's all I took. And I was like, yeah, it fucking better be. Now get out of here, and I better not see you in this neighborhood again. I will be watching for you. And he drops down his skateboard and he takes off. And then I'm like, what just happened? And who the fuck am I? Like, I for sure thought if I got into a situation like that, I'd just be like, oh shit, call the cops, and like not confront. No, apparently I confront the fuck out of them. So that was interesting.
Did you cry afterwards? Because that's what I do.
I totally didn't. I was like, man, I'm a badass. Also an idiot. What if that guy had a knife or a gun or just a desire to punch me in the face? Because really, I'm a 5'3", 110-pound woman. Like,
oh, but it's such a cute face.
Thank you. But that's why somebody would want to punch it, right? Isn't that how punching works?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I've never punched anyone.
The only times I've ever wanted to punch you in the face, it was not because you were being cute.
Listen, I'm sure that's true, but I don't need to hear about it.
Also, I love you.
Let me live in denial.
Okay.
I have a hard life. I have to deal with Rissy and Jeff on a regular basis.
I know.
Love you guys.
I know. I have to assume that they're watching since we are doing our dork out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So if you guys are here, don't just leave when we end this. There's another event on the Google Plus page. We're going to fire that up. We'll try to go at 9 o'clock Central Time. I mean, that's 8 minutes away at this point, but we're about to wrap up. Is there anything you learned about yourself this week, Amanda? Because I learned all kinds of things.
I don't react to Ambien very well. That's pretty much the main thing. I get very inquisitive about random things when I take Ambien.
Yeah.
And apparently I get a little poetic with my stupid.
Now I kind of want to name the episode Poetic with My Stupid.
Poetic with My Stupid. I feel like we've said a lot of things that would be good episode titles.
Yeah, the problem is we don't remember them afterwards.
Nope.
So by the way, guys who are listening, particularly people who watch live, like, keep track of things we say, because when we get done with these podcasts, it's like they never happened. We don't know. We don't know what we said. So help us keep track and we'll give you props. I think Josh named the last episode. Josh is at Imp in My Head. Oh, yeah, that's right. At Imp in My Head on Twitter. And he named our last episode Poop Dreams. So thank you, Josh. We appreciate it. And I guess that's about it for the podcast. I'm good. Are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, I told everyone to comment and say if there's anything they want to discuss. Let me just take a quick look real quick. Somebody That hero story is in fact true. Someone said you are boss if that hero story is true. Believe me, I didn't believe it myself. So I am super with you. Not believing that that's a thing that I did. Oh, Tom Silk has a polydactyl cat. And he says his cat
those
had
are
a
so
opposable
weird.
thumb. And he used to make fists when he was dreaming. Oh, that's so weird. Josh, I don't play PC games. So I'm with you that I don't have to wait for an Xbox One to play Overwatch. But I also just I don't play anything on PC. Anyway, looks like that's all that people are saying anyway. So yeah. So let's end this and then we'll go pick up the gang and we'll be back in like 5 minutes for the Damsel Dork Out. And if you're listening to the audio podcast, then ignore everything I just said because you're not watching it live.
No, you're probably not. But hey, you could join us live next week if you missed out today.
Really? When does that happen, Amanda?
If you are things. Thursday.
Oh.
Next Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time, where we will a lot of W's, be streaming live on Google Plus and YouTube. And of course, if you can't be there for that, you can always watch it later on YouTube or subscribe to the audio version of the podcast.
Anywhere you get your podcast, you can subscribe, including iTunes. And if you do subscribe on iTunes, please rate and or review us. It helps us immensely. So even if you just have time to drop whatever amount of stars, I don't even give a shit. Like, we just need ratings at this point. We don't have enough to even show an average rating. So if you can drop us some stars, we'd really appreciate it. Even if it's 1 star, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I just want to be legit on iTunes, you guys. So help us out.
Yeah. And then you can also find me on Twitter at raging_Bonner.
I am on Twitter at Blythe Renee, and the group is on Twitter at Dorkington. You can also link to Rissy's Twitter there and Jeff's Twitter. They are at the Red Raptor and at Yenzer. You can figure out which one is which. But feel free to follow them. They tweet more than Amanda, so.
Yes, well, most people do. I've heard. You can also support our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington. And when you're on Patreon, there are a lot of rewards you can get only through that campaign. One of those things is being personally thanked on at least 1 podcast per month.
A podcast, you say? People get thanked? Do you mean like this? Thank you to John Haight, Joshua Griffiths, our faithful northern minion John Kozlowski, Casey, discreetly, Ector, Travis and Wendy Mays, Carlos Macera, John Latch, Aaron Griffin, Joe Louie, the great Luke Ski, who came to my birthday party, and that was awesome, Stephen Kendall, Eric Ruggles, Jay, Only One Letter Teller, and last but not least, Wayne Wells. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. You make everything easier. We wouldn't even be doing this without you. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And so that was episode 7 of the Dork Pridecast. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.